Good morning. How we doing, boys, on a Tuesday? Good to be back.
Fine, thanks.
Doing great.
You know, I was looking at this piece, Shay, from Monday Morning Quarterback, because we're going to have Albert Breer coming up at 8:35. In the piece, it talks about Ryan Poles taking a private jet to see J.J. McCarthy and going to see Drake May. There's nothing like the PJ. I've told you this years ago, Cap. I know there's, everyone dreams of having millions and billions of dollars, and I think we all do, but there's nothing like the PJ.
Oh, my God.
Could you imagine, Shay, I say, hey, Shay, I got tickets for the Bulls and the Lakers. It's going to be at Crypto.com Arena.
In L.A.
In Los Angeles. Guys, Jay Moore, just get on my PJ. We will go see the game and then fly back.
We'll be here for the show tomorrow.
Be here for, that's what you love, right? There's a concert you want to see. I was able to get a couple tickets. Cap, you want to go? Yeah, no problem. Don't worry about the recap on YouTube, pal. I got you. Do it on the plane. Okay. Mindy, don't wait up. So long, everybody.
Right.
Gone.
I'm going to see Springsteen in Seattle tonight with Hoodie.
But we'll be back for the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the best, man. When you can have your own private jet.
Wow.
And I know people are listening right now. Hey, it's very expensive. Because that's the point. That's the point.
Correct.
When you have that kind of money where you could just be able to go wherever you want.
Oh, man.
And then be able to be at work the next day. That's the best. God. Oh, my God.
You know what they call that? Angel Reese power. Practice in Deerfield yesterday morning, Met Gala, New York, yesterday night.
Right, and she got to experience that, but she doesn't have her own jet. I know someone that does, and, oh, man. I'm like, hey, where are you? I called him. Where are you at? He's like, Greece. I'm like, oh, wow. You were just here yesterday. He goes, yeah, I had my pilot bring us out to Greece here. I'll be back in a week.
Shay, did you just hit us with a yesterday night? I think you did. Was there a yesterday night?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be last night.
What's the issue? It is yesterday night. Yesterday evening?
No such term.
Yesterday evening?
My goddaughter uses yesterday night. I like that.
But you went to Michigan State. Understandable.
Here's Shay Darling.
What D3 school is your diploma from?
The D3 level has nothing to do with it. Zero. It's called Harvard. So.
All right, let's get started with shot or no shot. The Cubs had a
Take that.
The Cubs had a brutal loss last night in Justin Steele's return after 4 2/3 of 3-hit no-run baseball by Steele. Richard Lovelady and Daniel Palencia combined to allow 6 runs in the 6th inning. I want to thank Tyler Aki for this stat. In the month of May, Cubs starters have a 0.51 ERA over 34 2/3 innings. They've been the best rotation in baseball in the month of May. The bullpen, try a 7.5 ERA over 20 1/3 innings. Last night, no different, giving up 6 runs in the 6th in a 6-3 final. Shot or no shot, Jed Hoyer needs to add an arm now.
Yeah, that's a shot.
Shot.
Now, getting some of his starters healthy. Tyone's back, throwing the heck out of the ball. Steele back, threw the heck out of the ball. Kyle Hendricks is going to do another rehab assignment, but if he is going to be able to come back and be good, then Ben Brown could become a high-leverage reliever. I'm not putting him in the 5th inning if somebody gets knocked out. His stuff is too good. It plays too well against high-leverage bats. So I would absolutely see if I could fix it, but I'd also like to see them add on.
You know, what Craig Counsell is going through as Cubs manager, David Ross is going through. I'm sorry. Yeah. What Craig Counsell is going through right now, David Ross went through the same issues with the bullpen. Same thing.
Right.
The reason why that Craig Counsell is here is because he's here to tighten the screws, apparently, on the ball club. Feels like you've upgraded the managerial position. Not a shot at David Ross. I wonder if he's going to be able to manage at some point, maybe next year, David Ross.
I would think he would. He's getting paid to not manage right now, so play golf and enjoy life in Florida where he lives. Good dude, really good dude. He'll get another shot.
I guess my point, Cap, is that the same issues we talked about last year, we're seeing this year again with the Cubs with their bullpen. I mean, those numbers are ugly through the first month. Going into May, 7.52 ERA.
Terrible.
That just won't get it done. And so usually us baseball nerds look at it and say, well, at the deadline, you can make a change. Hey, man, you don't want the grass to grow under your feet too long here, because you have a couple of guys like a Alzolay that doesn't have a position right now. He's at the closer, probably not a very good sit-up man based on the way things are going right now. Mark Leiter Jr., I think you respect, right?
He's solid.
Does a nice job. But it's others that need to step up. You need a closer, you need another bullpen arm. I'm not saying you can get it all right now in May, but you should really look into it. There's some teams that are just not going to be able to get it done. I mean, the White Sox are right there at the top of the list of teams that are just not going to turn this thing around. So you need to start looking through some of these rosters. Make a move now. At least one.
I would hope so.
Change the dynamic.
Now, again, to go get Tanner Scott from the Marlins, not going to be cheap. And he's not great. You'll watch him and go, oh, another guy who walks batters. I think he's walked 13 in 12 innings. That's not good for a reliever. But to go get Mason Miller, who I mentioned to Connor and to you, Mason Miller is one of the best young closers in the game. His story, my brother turned me on to the story. This dude was playing at like 155 pounds, throwing like 90, 91. He goes, I just haven't felt good for a long time. Like multiple years. He's like, it's just my life. I just don't always feel great. Hey, doctor said, are you not aware that you're a type 1 diabetic? What? Had no idea. Undiagnosed. All of a sudden, he's pitching at 225 pounds. They got him regulated with his insulin. Oh, he threw 103. Yeah. Love to get him. They're going to ask you, like Connor said, for the moon.
That'd be a really good story in the Diamond Notes section of the Sun-Times.
Correct.
Here's Shay Norley.
All right, we got a big projection for Rome Odunze ahead of his rookie season. NFL draft analyst Jordan Schultz said Rome Odunze is one of the cleanest wide receiver prospects he's ever seen and the perfect fit for the Bears to develop alongside Caleb Williams.
He's clean.
Then he took it a step further. He said he will become the 29th wide receiver in NFL history to get 1,000 yards receiving as a rookie. Shot or no shot, Rome Odunze will have a 1,000-yard rookie season.
Oh, I think that's a shot. Absolutely. Now, he does have to share the ball with Cole Kmet, DJ Moore, and Keenan Allen, and Gerald Everett, and DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Like, it's not an infinite number of yards. It's just not reality, but I think he has a chance.
So Caleb Williams is going to throw for 4,000 yards or more.
I think he is. I am. I'm pretty confident in that.
Wow. Will we run the ball at all?
Oh, absolutely.
Just saying. I mean,
Like they ran the Michigan State kid at Seattle,
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker Jr.
Yeah.
They ran him.
No,
They still threw the ball.
Cap, I'm just saying, like, I'm all for the forward pass at Soldier Field. I'm all for it. I mean, I've lived a lifetime watching the Bears run the football. And by the way, to the success of the Chicago Bears more times than not, running the football well. But if the ball's going to be in the air that often, yes, I'm all for it. I'd love for Odunze, blessed with good health, and I expect him to be out there 17 games. Maybe not Keenan Allen, but definitely Odunze as a rookie. I hope the connection is such in which Odunze has 1,000 yards or more. I'd love to see that.
It'd be amazing. Amazing. You still have to run the football to win. You do. If you can't run it, you can't win. But you got to be able to also matriculate it through the forward pass.
So, Shay, we're talking about Odunze at 1,000 yards and DJ Moore 1,000 yards. And then Keenan Allen, does he reach 1,000?
I don't know if he reaches 1,000.
Depends how much he plays.
Right,
If he plays
'cause-
13-plus games, his career says he'll get you 1,000 yards.
We'll see. We will see.
And then Cole Kmet would like to have a word.
Correct. I think he's going to be a beast in the red zone.
Red zone threat.
Yeah.
I could see that. And then Swift's going to run the football, getting you to where you need to be on the field.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He'll be getting some catches as well now. He's got to get his.
Correct.
Okay. It's just a lot. It's a lot of players that are looking to eat.
Better not having him.
Yeah, as long as you win, I'm totally fine with it.
Let's go.
It's an embarrassment of riches on the surface. That is for sure. And then again, we haven't seen a depth chart like this in quite a long time. We've seen bodies. But
I don't think we've ever.
Have we seen a productive depth chart like this, though? The
No.
potential.
No.
Pretty good, kid.
Pretty good, kid.
Shay?
All right, Mark Caboli covers the Steelers for the Athletics. Tapped in, always has good information. Or for the Athletic, always has good information. He added to the growing bleep piling on Justin Fields. He wrote, "There will not be any competition at quarterback at any point in this season. There is no leash for Russell Wilson." He said, quote, Russell Wilson will play the entire season. Bank it. Only way he comes out is injury. And added for Fields, quote, I don't see him getting any playing time, and that includes kickoffs. Reminder, it's a contract year for Justin Fields. The Steelers declined his option, so his future really is murky right now. Shot or no shot, Justin Fields will be out of the league by 2026.
That's a no shot.
Yeah, that's a no shot. He's too great an athlete. Now, again, Hoodie and I have disagreed on this, and that's cool. He may have a different role. Is he going to be a starter on a championship level contending team? Maybe not. Maybe that's not his lot in life. I don't know. Maybe he is going to be more of a Taysom Hill for somebody, but he's going to be in the league for a long, long time because he's got special qualities and he's a great leader.
That's a no shot because of all these other hangers-on in the league that play quarterback. Now, do you draw a line with Justin Fields and he's out? No, absolutely not. There's quarterbacks in the league now that should be in the USL or UFL. That's where they should be right now, with A.J. McCarron. I mean, honestly, if they really want to get a chance to start and play meaningful football and they can't do it in the NFL, they should be in that other league. But there's some guys, they're backups, they're hanging on, Cap, they're still in the league. Justin Fields could do the same thing.
100%. If Mitch Trubisky's hanging on, cashing checks, or Chase Daniel cash checks forever, Justin Fields will cash plenty of checks. Will he be a starting quarterback on a contending team? Maybe not. Maybe not.
And maybe, Shay, and again, we don't know, but just maybe Russell Wilson doesn't lose his job because of lack of production. But there's always the injury risk because he's in the autumn of his career. Like, Justin's going to play quarterback for the Steelers this upcoming season, I believe. I believe he will. And I also believe that there's going to be a special section of plays for Fields for the Steelers. It could be a 2-quarterback system. I could see that.
That was the question Kabuli was asked. Do you think that the new offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith, is going to have packages designed to get Fields in space? And he said, no, there's going to be no playing time. He said they might have some red zone things, but Russell Wilson was good in the red zone. So he thinks there will be 0 snaps for Fields barring injury.
Like, if you struggle in the red zone and Russ can't get you there, Fields can run it in there for a touchdown. We've seen him do that. He could do that. It'd be a wildcat situation or just a play call for him, and he'll get it in there, playing the quarterback position. But I don't.
Well, when Jaylen Warren comes out and says our special teams coordinator has already talked about using Justin on kicks,
I mean,
they have Cordero Patterson deep, and the way the new setup will be, there'll be a second man, and they're talking about putting Justin there. It tells you all you need to know because he wouldn't say that, and they wouldn't even discuss that if Tomlin hadn't already signed off on it.
he would get crushed.
He's a big dude, man.
He would get crushed.
I'm not so sure. He's big. He's bigger than I even realized. He's a big man.
And then no one takes into account his hands. Like, it's just like they only see the speed, but you actually have to catch with your hands. Just because he had bad centers with the Chicago Bears where he's over to the left, over to the right, and he's like a catcher back there, doesn't mean he has soft enough hands to be able to catch the football on a regular basis.
But he could catch kicks. With his abilities as an athlete, oh, man. And he's smart and shifty. Yeah. Otherwise,
ridiculous.
I don't think it is, because otherwise, what are you going to do? Just have him sit there all year? And if Russ is healthy, he doesn't play at all?
This is a chance in the league for him to be able to show what he can do. A second chance.
But what if he doesn't play?
Well, I mean, there's always the possibility that you may not play. I mean, you have a Hall of Famer ahead of you. You know, you want to get that spot, I'll play him. How about that? That's what competition's for.
But he's not going to get the chance to outplay him.
Okay.
He's not.
Okay. Shay?
We'll see.
All right, last question. Snoop Dogg is officially getting a college football bowl game. The Arizona Bowl will now be known as the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice by Dre and Snoop.
Don't say it.
Shot or no shot?
I know where he's going.
We need the Take That Bowl, presented by Cap and J Hood on ESPN 1000. We'll get the 4th place team in the MAC and the 6th place team in the Big Ten. They'll play the Take That Bowl up at Ryan Field.
Did you think he was going to say that?
I did.
Oh.
I did. I thought he was going to say we're going to have our own bowl game. You and I.
Yes.
The Cap and J Hood Bowl.
That is a shot.
Take That Bowl.
The Take That Bowl.
That's pretty cool.
And I think it's appropriate for the MAC, by the way. That'll be fine.
Take that.
Ball State and I don't know, Indiana playing up at Ryan Field.
Sure. I got no
Take
problem with
that
that.
bowl.
That'd be perfect for Cap. Could you imagine all of his mucky-muck friends? Hey, kid, you got your own bowl game. How about that? Got my own bowl game. Take that. Could you imagine? My moniker's on the field at the 50. Take that. How about that, Mindy? It's fine. Hon, I got my own bowl game. Yeah, there's no Mel Notties around. Big deal. Anyway.
Wow.
Mr. I hate all bowl games. Every piece of apparel he owns would be the Take That bowl.
Oh my God. He'd have his own Take That blazer. It'd be lit up in the back. It says Take That in the back. He'd be walking around. I love college football now. I got my own bowl game. Take that. But Cap, didn't you say you didn't really care for college? I didn't say that. There's not too many bowl games. All the bowl games are great, especially the Take That bowl. Look at me. Ha ha. Anyway, see the Cub game?
Wow.
Coming up next.
Guys are out of your minds.
Guy didn't like college football as much, but if he got his own bowl game, he'd be loving it.
I don't dislike college football. I'm not at your level or Shay's level. I'm probably not at Jay Moore's level. He's a diehard college. I like the bowl season in December. Ugh.
Especially if it's a Take That bowl. No one's watching that.
I think we'll get prime time.
Uh-huh, I'm sure. Prime time. 11 a.m. Down at the Mac. It's going to be
11
great.
a.m. on a Thursday.
Yeah, I'd watch. We have Around the NFL right around the corner. Albert Breer at 8:35. All part of the mix on the Cap and J